Hey folks, Justin on the water with Declan Williams. Today we are fishing the river to get out of the wind, and we're going to be throwing a variety of plastics and giving you some tips and techniques for fishing soft plastics, including a new release from ZMan that we're pretty keen to show you guys as well. So stay tuned.
Here we go. Buckle up. There he is. Oh, well, we saw a few good fish on the side scan. I've pulled up, I don't know what this is. I'm thinking a bigger flatty, judging by its head shakes. Ah,
That's silver.
what do we got? Nice big grunter. It's not a bad way to start the session. Beautiful big grunter. Smash that little curl tail there. Oh, I love catching these guys, they go so hard. Beautiful. Big grunter, all the bait and stuff on the sounder, and these guys aren't going to be far behind it. I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of other creatures in there too. Pop that hook out of that guy, and we'll jack him back. There you go, buddy. We'll carry on along there because there's all sorts of creatures down there on the sounder. Oh, so we've still got a bit of run out tide here, so we're just casting up. It's pretty deep, so it takes a little while to let that plastic down, but as you can see on the sounder there, there's a bunch of bait and all sorts of things down there. Letting it sink, and just a bit of a shaky retrieve, keeping him quite close to the bottom down there. Shaky retrieve, back down. I suspect Justin's going to go to a slim swim after seeing that grunter. Judging by that laughing, I reckon I'm also right.
No, I'm going to change it up now.
Oh, there's another bite. I reckon there's a fair few of those grunter down there. So much bait in this thing. Look at that big school coming through now. Okay.
Not a lot of size to that guy.
What have you got?
A little tail. He whacked it, but he's only a pocket rocket. See you later, little buddy. It's got a little bit more stick to it. I don't think it's real big still. Little flatty.
Flathead on the edge there.
Yeah, it's not really what we're chasing, but he smashed that 3-inch MinnowZ. Little flatty. Plenty of action anyway. We're getting a few rattles. Deck's nice grunter, a little tailer, a little flatty, fair mix of species hanging around the bait. So we'll just send him back in. Hopefully get that big bite we're looking for.
That was a good bite. What do we got here?
That was a solid heap.
Smashed that thing. Oh, nice big flatty. Good flathead.
Oh, that is a monster flatty.
Yeah. That's just part of fishing in this deeper water.
That is a giant.
That is a good fish.
What a nice fish.
There's a bunch of bait down there, so there's going to be all sorts of different predators down there, and he is an awesome flathead. Absolutely smashed that little curl tail again. He's a bit green because he came in on that heavier gear. Come on, dude.
Find the bait, find the fish, eh? Yeah. Those flatties will never be far away from where the bait is.
Here's a really nice flathead on that little curl tail again. He's down his mouth. Right, so we found an absolute bunch of bait in this deeper water here, and a few bigger fish down there, but if there's a bunch of bait, it doesn't really matter how deep it is. There's always going to be a bunch of these guys down there, and he's a really solid fish. I'll get her back.
That is magic. So that's fishing one of your favourites, eh?
Yeah, the old 4-inch StreakZ curly tail.
On a quarter 3/0?
Quarter 3/0, yeah. Everything.
And just bouncing around that bait?
Yeah, everything will eat it. There'll be a few Jew, a few threadfin, grunter, there's everything down there, so everything eats those, so.
Yeah, proven profile.
Yep.
I've got my 3-inch MinnowZ, so hopefully I can pull something on him. Yeah, he ate that. Ate that. Whoa, as soon as it hit
some water.
Got near the bottom and he just scoffed it, hey. Couple of hops. Oh! Need some heavier leader, eh?
I reckon.
There he is. He's fired up.
He's a good creature. Big head shake on it. Try and get in front of this boat here. That is a good creature. I don't know what it is just yet. What do we got here? Really subtle little bites. So it might be a thready. We'll see. See in a second here. Oh, nice dewy. That's not a bad fish.
Beautiful fish.
Beautiful fish. Nice little dewy there. Just smash that little curl tail, fishing it in a bit deeper water. Calm down, buddy. Beautiful little dewy.
One of the favourite targets in the river.
Yeah, definitely one of my favourites. Just fishing that little bit deeper water, fishing a little bit slower. And these things are always in there. They're pretty much in all of the southeast Queensland rivers. Just got to fish that little bit deeper and you should come across them. Alright, just pop that hook out there to the top of his mouth. Slightly lower this guy in here. Beautiful little dewy. Oh, he's good to go. Lovely. We thought we'd need to wait for that tide to start moving, so it's nice to get one on the slack.
Yeah, a bit of a bonus,
A
eh?
fair few down there by the looks of it. There we go. What do we got there? That's got some size. I better wind in, I reckon. Wind in and get a net ready.
He's got a little bit of grunt to him, that's for sure.
That is a really nice fish.
Feels pretty solid.
Yeah,
The cool thing about that is,
that is on your prawn.
this is on the lure that I wanted to talk to the folks at home about.
It's got some weight.
This is our new 3.5-inch PrawnZ Elite in the unrigged model. Cool thing about it is it's got
Giant fish attached to it.
a rigging slot through the it's got a rigging slot through the middle of it, through the center of it, so even if you're blind like me, you can rig a jig head on it really well. So I've got it rigged on a 1/4 ounce 4.0 HeadlockZ HD.
What are you thinking is eating that?
I think based on my Hollywood drag, I'd say a reasonable Jewy.
I reckon we can rule whiting out.
Yeah, yeah. Come on, buddy, here she comes. Come back this way. 3 to 6 kilo red belly, beautiful rod for this sort of work. 1/4 ounce 4.0. And I've got that 3.5-inch unrigged ZMan PrawnZ Elite in one of the new colours that you guys did. This is in the tiger prawn, beautiful looking prawn.
That is a big creature.
Right down to that, you know, that beautiful little blue tail on the end of it as well. Like an actual tiger prawn. It's a beautiful, realistic profile. It's got that leg vibration on the drop. And it's got that nice prawn tail kick. That segmented body with that kicking tail. So it's such a cool presentation. I'm stoked to be hooked up to something solid on it.
Oh, nice thready.
Nice,
Beautiful.
thready, beautiful.
That is what you want on the prawn presentation.
That's what we were hoping for, but I didn't want to call it. There you go, Fred. How you going, buddy?
Ready.
What a beautiful fish. You can see that prawn in there. He has smashed that prawn. These guys love a prawn, and that is one of the most realistic prawns that you'll get your hands on, that's for sure. That's the 3.5-inch PrawnZ Elite in tiger prawn colour. What a beautiful colour. That is a chunky fish. Beautiful fish. Oh, have a look at that guy. Oh, nice work, love your whiskers. And that is on that tiger prawn 3.5-inch pre-rigged prawn. Stoked. All right, we'll pop that hook out. We want to get this guy back in the water. Have a look at that tiger prawn. That is absolutely spectacular. 3.5-inch ZMan PrawnZ Elite unrigged. Check those guys out. Let's get this guy back in the water. Oh, come on, mate. Slippery little sucker. Oh, come on, buddy. Woohoo! Fish on, that's awesome. All right, that's a pretty special fish, that threadfin salmon for me, because that was on our new ZMan 3.5 inch PrawnZ Elite Unrigged. So a lot of work has gone into getting this thing right, making sure it swims right, we get all that leg action. We do the pre-rigged prawns, PrawnZ Elite, in a 2.5 inch, 3 inch, 3.5 inch and 5 inch, but they're pre-weighted and pre-rigged. So as soon as we did that, you guys were like, we need them in heavier, we need them in lighter, we need them weedless. So we made an unrigged model so you guys can rig it however you like. So it's in the 3.5 inch and it's also in the 5 inch. You can rig it weedless, you can rig it with light heads, you can rig it with heavy heads and get it down in that deeper water. Comes in a ton of cool colors, lots of leg action, that segmented body with that natural tail kick. And I've just put it here on a 4.0, fits beautifully on a 3.0 or a 4.0 HeadlockZ HD, or a 3.0 or 4.0 in your weedless options as well. Down the center of it, there's a rigging channel to make rigging nice and simple and easy, so you can get it straight every time. And it's got a nice belly slot in there and a hook pocket in the top, so that when you weedless rig, there's minimal plastic there for easy clearance when that fish strikes. So I am super pumped. I was hoping to get a fish to show you guys on this new prawn, and that's an absolute cracker. Color wise, tons of colors. So make sure you jump on tackletactics.com.au and check out that new unrigged PrawnZ Elite. I'm gonna get it back in the water. There we go.
I'll have a bite there. I think this is going to be a flathead. Oh, a little Jewy, I think. We got little Jewy? Yeah, a little Jewy.
That's pretty cool.
Just saying that last time I was here, we're getting them on that edge there. And there is another beautiful little Jewy.
Magic fish.
Yeah.
Oh.
Such a cool fish. Yeah, we just started that run in tight, yeah. Just fishing a lovely little mud edge there. And he has smashed that little curly tail again. Beautiful little fish.
You called that pretty much then?
Yeah, I can see him down there.
See him at the base of the wall there, and then boom.
Might have to give a bit of a run through what we're looking at on the sounder. But yeah, beautiful little Jewy. Right, so we've side scanned this whole corner and we've located a few different pockets where the fish are. One of the main ones here is it's just a sheer mud edge with the tide running in, creating a few little back eddies. So we're going to sit down current of it and cast up current and just bounce it down along that edge, and we'll see if we can pluck another one of those little guys.
There he is. You've had a couple of rattles over there.
I'm going to guess a flathead. Oh, big flathead. Big flathead. Very big flathead. Oh, that's a fairly substantial flathead. It hasn't done a hell of a lot just yet, but it's got some size to it.
Oh, that is a tank.
See if we can just put it straight in there.
Oh, get here, get here, get here, get
There
here.
he goes. That's right, he's hooked on the outside of the mouth.
Got to put his head in there. Where's that head?
Well, it's pretty big.
It is big. I think you need a bigger net.
It's not
Right,
a bad,
head in the net,
flathead.
head in the net, head in the net. That is a cracking flathead.
Well, we've definitely decided that we're going to try for these better fish on the slack tide, and it has paid off with a couple of cracking fish, and then that is a donkey flathead.
Bit of an injury down near his tail from some point in time.
Oh,
That is a stonker. That's a beautiful fish. It's got a bit of carnage around the tail there.
Yeah.
But what a big, healthy fish. Hasn't slowed him down, that's for sure.
What's going on here?
On the 4-inch StreakZ curly tail.
Yeah.
Houdini, crack a colour.
Look at those little grips.
Yeah,
Use that, seeing as this guy's very green, doesn't really fight for the size of the flathead he is. Get those in there. Beautiful curly tail down his throat. That's such a nice flathead. It is quite a strange injury. Looks like a very old net injury.
Yeah, it looks like a net injury, hey?
Yeah. But yeah, that is a beautiful big flathead. Pop that hook out of him. Got to look after these big girls. give her a little bit of a swim. Oh, she's pretty healthy. There you go. Oh yeah. Lovely flathead.
Oh,
There it is.
that's solid. What is that?
Another big dirty caddy.
Oh no. There we go. There we go. There we go.
That looked like a good bite.
That was a nice bite. I was a bit quicker on that one as well.
What is
That fish, that bottom is covered in catfish, eh?
3 catfish by the tail?
Oh, look at the snot on there.
Oh. What do you got there? A little flatfish?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just a pocket rocket off the edge. No problem eating a 3.5-inch unrigged PrawnZ Elite though.
No.
This little fella scoffed it. What am I doing?
Bite.
What am I doing? Did you see that bite?
Yeah.
I was asleep. Oh.
Wanting to go up straight. Which probably means it's not a catfish by the tail.
I tell you, I don't deserve to hook that. I was half
It's an
asleep.
angry fish. I didn't realise how big it was.
He's fired up. He's fired up, that's for sure.
I'd missed a bunch of bites in there.
It was probably just this guy.
I think you might have another whiskered friend.
Come on, buddy. Stay out of that, Lucky.
Yeah, I'm driving you out. I think this dude might have whiskers again. Yes, I reckon he does.
Tell you what, that's pretty cool.
I'd missed 3 of them in there in the last few bites, a few casts.
Beautiful bend in this red belly, 3 to 6. 2-piece rod, but just perfect. Beautiful bend in it. 2-piece for ease of transport and storage.
That's a nice fish. Nice big Jewy.
Jewy.
Nothing wrong with that.
Happy with that. What a session, hey?
Yeah.
We decided to just rip out and get out of the wind, sneak up the river and have a quick session, and
That was a beautiful Jewy.
that is a beautiful fish. Absolutely stoked. He has scoffed that thing.
Yeah.
We watched him eat it, and then 35 minutes later I hooked him. But that was pretty cool. What a nice fish.
Is he eating that prawn again, has he?
Yep, he's eating the prawn.
Oh, bit of chaos.
I copped a bit of grief about the head that I put the prawn on. There we go.
He's chewed us off there.
You want some pliers? There's some pliers over there if you can get that.
Oh, that prawn is all the way down that.
What a beautiful fish. Tiger prawn again, one of the new colours. That prawn is going to be in the PrawnZ Elite pre-rigged as well.
Yep.
That tiger prawn, love it. It's a beautiful natural looking prawn colour. And yeah, he has scoffed that.
Beautiful.
Went a bit heavier with the head because we've got a bit more flow pumping through now. So it's a 3/8 ounce 3/0 jig head, TT head. There it is. He got it out for you. Come on, buddy.
Beautiful little tiger prawn there.
I copped a bit of grief putting it on the Big EyeZ Jighead, but I needed a 3/8 ounce head. Spin him around here, let's have a look at him. Come on, buddy. There you go, have a look at that thing.
Beautiful
Absolutely beautiful fish on that unrigged PrawnZ Elite. Well, I'm pretty stoked. My first 2 fish on the 3.5-inch PrawnZ Elite unrigged.
Yeah.
A thready and now a nice Jewy, and mate, you've banged some fish today. Some of those flatties and
a few fish, yeah.
oh, nice Jewies and grunter, and what a session, you know.
Good session in the local.
Fishing the river with a few of our favourite plastics and a new one.
Yeah.
Righto, if you love your fishing, make sure you get out, check out those ZMan plackies. That 4-inch StreakZ curly tails has been banging them today, the 3-inch MinnowZ, and check out these new unrigged PrawnZ Elite. They're absolutely spectacular, and these guys love them. Fish on.